This bash script is going to make you because in this video, we're gonna build a push-up counter in bash, building up your bash skills and your muscles at the same time.
I got
bash.
time.
Watch out, ladies. Loops allow us to write scripts that repeat. Loops allow us to write scripts that repeat. Loops allow us to write scripts that repeat. Whoa, got caught in a loop there. Sorry about that. Welcome to Bash Episode 5, where we are going to build up our bash muscles and our real muscles with something called loops. We're gonna start off with while loops. We'll actually use these to build our push-up counter. Then we'll move on to until loops. And then this one, you don't wanna miss. For loops. It's my stinking favorite. I love these things. Welcome to Can Chuck Beat the Machine? Hold on, we need more lights. Can I do 50 push-ups before Linode deploys this virtual machine? Ready, set, I'm kind of nervous, go. Now, to follow along with this lab, you will need a virtual machine like Linux from Linode. I use Linode because they're so freaking fast. Can I do this? It's still provisioning, okay. They're wicked fast, and I deploy a virtual machine on Linode every time I have to do a lab. Holy crap, because it costs almost nothing. $5 a month, and they only charge you 0.00, like 75 cents per hour. I'm dying. Did I lose already? Oh crap, I think I lost. How did I get done, video editor? Oh, freaking A. Okay, Linode 1. But like I said, this lab will only cost you 0.0075 cents an hour. Use it for an hour, delete it, and it only costs you a penny. Or it can literally cost you nothing if you head over to linode.com/NetworkChuck. I need some coffee. If you're new to Linode, you'll get a $100 credit for 60 days. Just do it, it's awesome. And all the scripts I'm gonna show you in this video are inside a stack script. And all you have to do is go find it, just search NetworkChuck. I'll also have it as a link below. Click on that sucker and select deploy. That's it, after you put in some info. So go ahead and get your lab going. I'm gonna take a quick coffee break and then we'll get started with Bash Episode 5. So once your Linode is booted, it's running like this, we'll go ahead and jump into its terminal by accessing it via SSH. I'm gonna copy this command right here. Copy. Launch my command prompt, or terminal for Windows or Mac. I mean, Linux or Mac. I'm so tired right now. Paste that command, and let's get started. Accept all fingerprints and put in the password. We're in. Now real quick, if you type in ls, you should see all the fun scripts we're gonna play with. There they all are. Yes, you don't even know what's coming. Now no time to waste. Let's go ahead and write our push-up script. We'll start a clean script, nano pushups.sh. Hit enter and then shebang! Did I scare you? I'm gonna get you one of these times. Put in your shebang at the top. If you're like, what the junk is that? Go back and watch the first 4 episodes in the series. You'll be caught up. So we're gonna start with the while loop. The while loop will loop or repeat your script over and over as long as something is true. Let's write one real quick and I'll show you what it does. It's pretty cool. Let's first create a variable. We'll call it x and we'll have it equal the integer 1, equals 1. And then we'll start our loop. So it'll actually start with while, if you spell it right, while, there we go. And then right after while will be our condition. So I'll try this and type it with me. We'll do opening brackets, 2 of them, space, then we'll call our variable x, $x, and we'll say this has to be less than or equal to 100. We'll do a space, closing double brackets, and that's our condition. This sucker will evaluate to true. So while this sucker is true, do something, and we're about to tell it to do something right now. So I'll go ahead and hit enter and then type in do. Keeping in mind that as I'm doing this, I'm creating space to make it look clean and nice so you don't have to do this. And you may see scripts that are just kind of jumbled together, kind of hard to read. But we're gonna keep it pretty. So type in do and then hit enter once more. And let's tell it to do something. I'm gonna hit a couple spaces again to make it pretty. And I'll say echo, and we'll make the echo say this. Hey, I just did variable x push-ups. Close that string out. And then we'll do one more kind of weird thing right after the echo. Don't worry, it's not too strange, but just type it with me real quick. We're gonna do opening parentheses, 2 of them, space, then we'll type in x, and then space, plus, plus, space, and closing parentheses. Now all this little weird thing is doing is simply adding 1 to our x, our variable, x plus 1. And it's gonna do something pretty cool. Watch this. Okay, let's go ahead and close this out. We'll hit enter, and then to close out our loop, to say we're done, we'll tell it we're done. Type in done. So remember this key thing right here with our while loops, and which with every loop we're gonna do here in this video. What's going to be looped is between the do and the done. And you must put those to close it out. So what do you say we try it? You're about to get ripped. You ready? So let's hit Control X, Y, enter to save. We'll make our script executable real quick. We'll do chmod +X and then the name of our script, pushups.sh. And then we'll run our script with /pushups.sh. You ready for this? Hit enter and go. Dude, how'd you do so many push-ups? Easiest push-ups you've ever done. Take a little coffee break. You did a great job. If you go through and count, you did 100 push-ups. Congrats. But you're still weak.
Whippy, whippy, whippy. Oh, I'm a little peanut worm.
Because, yeah, automation's cool, except when it comes to your health. You probably shouldn't automate your health. Let's get back into our script and fix that. Nano pushups.sh. So what did we see there? We saw that we started with our variable x equaling 1. And with our while loop, as long as our x variable was less than or equal to 100, this loop is going to go on forever. Which obviously it didn't, because inside the loop, we incremented the variable x by 1 each time it was run. But you're lazy and weak. Take out the echo, take that sucker out, and let's change that to read. And if you recall, reading is how we get user input from our script. And the user in this case is going to be you. You're going to be inputting some work here. We'll type in -p, and then we'll have it say something. We'll say push up, we'll call our variable x, and we'll say press enter to continue. And then right at the end, after the done, we'll give a little congratulatory message. Now all we've done here is required user input every time the bash loops. And tell you what, 100 is way too much. Let's lower that a bit. Just for the sake of our example, we'll do 10, and that should be good. So let's do Control X, Y, enter to save, and let's try out our script real quick. Now, because I don't want to get down on the ground again, I'm just gonna do some squats. You can do anything you want. So let's run our script, /pushups.sh. Here we go. Push up 1, squat 1, enter, squat 2, enter. Whew, okay. Oh yeah, coffee break. I hope you did that with me, by the way. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with getting a little workout while you're learning. Get that brain pump, I can't even talk right now. Get the blood in your brain pumping. Now you probably won't see too many while loops forcing you to exercise. So this was a weird use case, but a more practical use case might be something like this. Go ahead and open up one of the example files, read_example.sh. This one will look a bit weird, but what this will do is open up a file. And in this case, the file is called Hamlet. It's literally the entire Shakespeare play Hamlet in one text file. And this while loop will literally go through each line by line, and echo it out. And as long as there's a line to read, which is what that condition is saying, it'll go through it all. And if I run it, I'll show you what happens. Bash read example.sh. It did it. Whew, 5,566 lines. Now let me warn you, don't you mess around with while loops. They can be dangerous. Let me show you. Let's start a new script real quick. Nano dangerous.sh. Watch out, shebang! Gotcha. I got you. Type in while. And then right after while, type in true. This right here is scary. Are you scared? Let me show you why you should be scared. Let's try it out. Hit enter, type in do, enter, couple spaces, say echo, are you scared? Enter, type in done, Control X, Y, enter to save. Now let's run that sucker. Bash dangerous.sh. You ready for this? It's going on forever. What just happened there? Well, let's jump back in there real quick. Remember, the while loop will run as long as a condition is true. And when you say while true, you're basically saying while true is true. it's like, while true, well, that's always gonna be true. It's always going to run. People do use this, so be careful. But Control C will always save the day. Now, time for the upside down version of the while loop, the until loop. It's the exact same thing, just backwards, upside down. That's all it is. Let me show you. Let's open another example script real quick. Nano until example1.sh. Notice it does look pretty familiar. The main difference being instead of while, we have until. Now a while loop will run while something is true. An until loop will run until something is true. So look at our condition real quick. We're saying until the variable order equals the string coffee we want you to loop. So this right now currently isn't true. And this will loop until it becomes true. And then look here what's happening in the loop. It's gonna echo, would you like coffee or tea? And then we're going to read, get customer input, get input from you, and whatever you type in will be put into the variable order. So it'll ask you, hey, do you want coffee or tea? As long as your order, the variable order, doesn't equal coffee, this thing will loop. Let's try it out. Control X to get out of there. We'll run it with bash until example.sh. Would you like coffee or tea? Let's type in tea. Well, that didn't work because we didn't type in coffee. Let's try juice. No. Milk. No. But if we type in coffee, finally, excellent choice. Here is your coffee. That's the only right answer. So jumping in there real quick once more. Until is just the upside down of while. Now, time for the fun stuff. For loops. These things you can get lost in. Like hours playing with it, looping with it. Don't get yourself caught in a for loop. Let's try it out though. Let's go ahead and write a new script. So nano, we'll call this for.sh. Shebang! Sorry. Now to start a for loop, you probably guessed it. We're just gonna start typing in for instead of until or while. The for loop, he's not lazy. He's not gonna wait for something to be true or false. He wants a list of things to do. So let's give him a to-do list real quick. Let me show you. So right after for, let's create a variable. Let's just call it cups. And then we'll say in, and this is gonna be kind of weird. 1, space 2, space 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then semicolon at the end. What is happening? Because I know it's kind of weird. And if this does feel weird, don't feel bad. This took a bit for me to get it when I first learned it. What it's saying here is our variable cups will become each of the items in this list. That's what it's gonna do. And it will loop through the script as each variable. So for one loop, cups will equal 1. For the next loop, it'll equal 2, 3, 4. And it will loop through the entire list until it gets to 10. And then the loop is done. So let's do something. It'll make more sense when we do stuff. So just after the semicolon, let's hit enter. Just like our while and until loops, we'll type in do, hit enter, give it a bit of space, and we'll say echo, hey, you've had, and let's go ahead and call that variable cups. $cups, and then we'll say cups of coffee today. Then we'll hit enter, and then at the end of our loop, just like while and until, we'll type in done. So when we run this variable cups will become each of the items in this list. It'll do it 10 times. Let's try it out. Hit Control X, Y, enter to save, and we'll do bash for.sh to run our script. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Each time the cups variable changed his identity based on our list. In one loop, he was 1. In another loop, he was 7. And that's the power of for loops. It's kind of crazy. Now in just a moment, I'm gonna show you a for loop that'll allow us to check the connectivity of different websites. It's very cool, and it shows the power of for loops. But let me show you one thing real quick. Let's jump back into our for.sh file. And let's go up to the top to where our numbers are. Our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the list. Let's take it out. I wanna show you a different way we can list these numbers. We can do a range instead of just listing them individually. By doing an opening curly brace, typing in the first number, doing a dot dot, and then the last number, and then closing curly brace. And the reason I wanted to show you that is because you'll probably see it in the wild and go, what's going on there? So I want you to be aware. So if we save this, Control X, Y, enter to save, run the script once more, does the same thing. Now time for the internet thing. We're gonna check and see if certain websites are up with the for loop. And then I'll show you one with the weather. Like it's nuts. For loops are endlessly fun. So go ahead and open another example file. We'll do nano for_loop ping domains.sh. It looks just like this. Go ahead and open that file right now. Now this one's pretty cool, and I hope it gets the gears kind of turning in your brain of like what else you can do with this. But here's what's happening. Notice we're starting the same way. We have our for, and we're calling, instead of cups, we're doing the variable x. And we're saying for x in a list of websites. And remember what it does here. Every time this loop will run, x will become a different thing in that list. In one loop, x will become Google. In the next loop, x will become Bing. And in that loop, here is what's happening. And notice we've done something kind of weird. We have an if statement, a conditional. We're combining the knowledge of episode 4 and 5, what? And it's not too crazy what it's doing. All it's doing is saying, hey, if, and then we're gonna ping it. It's gonna ping with a few options, nothing too crazy. We're just saying, hey, make it quiet. Let's just do 2 pings, and we're only gonna wait for like 1 second to receive those pings. And then what we're pinging is the variable x, which remember, x will be Google or Bing or Facebook or NetworkChuck. It'll be all of those as it goes through. And then all we're saying right here is we want the ping output to not be there. We don't want to see the individual responses when you ping something. And what's cool about this one statement, the if ping, just this guy right here, all it's saying is if we receive a response back when we ping something, it's true. So if it is true, then go ahead and do this action. We say, then do this. If we don't receive a ping back, then it will do our else statement. And basically we're gonna say the domain is up or the domain is down. It'll go through our list and then be done. Let's try it out real quick. Control X, get out of there. We'll do bash for loop ping domains. Bam, isn't that cool? And then I went ahead and added a host I know was down, and then bam, look at that. Try to ping it, it's down. So you could add a list of your favorite websites or maybe your company's websites and just kind of do a quick little, let's see if they're up, just for fun. And then here's a really fun one. Go ahead and open up for_weather.sh. This one, I love this one. Look at our for loop. We don't have a list there. Instead, we have a command. Yes, we have a command that's opening up a file. What? Yes, you can do that. I told you for loops are crazy. So actually, let's back out real quick. I'm getting too excited. Let's back out. And let's run that command. Let's cat cities.txt. This is a file that should be there if you launched my stack script in Linode. Inside cities.txt is a list of cities. Shocker, right? So when that for loop runs that command, it's going to be looking at this list. So when I say for x in blah, 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 x will become each of these cities in that file. How cool is that? All right, anyways, let's get to our file. Open it once more, nano for weather.sh. And what this will do is something that we've used in a previous episode in the series. It'll use the wttr.n curl interface. We can actually curl the current weather for a city. Getting the weather in your terminal, which is just really nerdy and awesome. So here's what we're doing. For x, our variable, in cities, so x will become each city in that text file, it will run this command. Noticing that inside of our URL, we have the variable x right there. And then it'll echo out the weather for that city. Let's try it out real quick. Bash for weather.sh, here we go. Bam, look at that. A quick weather forecast of all the cities you could possibly imagine, just like that. Now, this is silly, fun, but I hope it kind of paints the picture of what a for loop can do. And frankly, while loops and until loops, they are all extremely powerful. So yeah, have fun with it. Practice dumb stuff like this, because the things you're doing here can be used in a real world business context. Trust me, it's awesome. Now real quick, I wanna loop back to while loops because I wanna show you two concepts that really apply to all these loops, but it'll be our break and our continue. These are two concepts we can use inside of our loops to change the behavior. And remember earlier I said that using a while loop with the while true can be very dangerous. It can be, but using it with break is actually something people do. Like watch this. I have a little script here that will check the up status, like is a site up or is an IP address up with the while loop. Let's try it out. So let's do nano for internet and internet down.sh. It's actually a while loop. I don't know why I called it for, but just ignore that. And here we go. Pretty simple opening. It's gonna ask you, hey, what website or IP do you wanna check? It's gonna ask you for it and store it in the target variable. And then, whew, here's that dangerous statement, while true. This will run forever unless you stop it or unless we break it. And that's what happens here. Notice we have an if conditional here, and we have that same ping that we did from earlier. So if what we ping does respond, that's automatically true, and it will do this. It'll say, hey, you're up, and then break. Get out of there, bust out of that script. The loop is done. That's what break does. Otherwise, or else, it'll tell you, hey, it's down, and it will keep looping. Notice I have a sleep 2. It'll wait 2 seconds, then loop again, until that one thing is up. So I actually have another server in Linode that is certainly down right now. Let's test it out with that. So let's bash for internet down sh, run that sucker. What do I want to check? I'm gonna throw in this IP address and let it run. It's currently down. And it's gonna tell me that until it's up, which I think is very cool. So I don't know about you, but sometimes I'll be rebooting my things, whether it's an internal IP address or something external, it could be a domain or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna reboot it, wait for it to come up. And this is kind of a cleaner way to do this versus just having a constant continuous ping. So I'm gonna go ahead and boot it up real quick. I'm not gonna make you wait. Just take a sip of coffee and you'll see it in like, I don't know, you'll see it now. So whereas a continuous ping would just go on forever, this stops. As soon as it got an up response, it broke out of the script. Break. Which that's super useful and handy. Now for the next one, continue. This one's cool, and I love the example that Sean Powers used, so thank you, Sean, for this. And it's an example of an elevator. So go ahead and open up the next script. Nano elevator example.sh. Here we have another for loop, and it should look very, very familiar. We're doing a simple couple echoes here at the beginning. We're looping through a sequence of numbers that we're defining right here. But then we have something curious here. We have an if conditional. If the variable x equals 13, then continue? What does that mean? It means we're going to skip that loop. So whereas break will just break out and be done, continue is just a simple skip. It'll skip that loop and move on to the next loop, which is super handy. Let's try it out real quick. Bash elevator example.sh. Welcome to the hotel. We're going up, floor 1, floor 2, and video editor, go ahead and speed it up a little bit until we get to 11, 12. It's coming up. Watch, so 10, 11, 12, no 13. You see, in our condition, we said if it equals 13, continue. Skip that loop. And it did that. Get your before and after pictures in order. You're about to get ripped from your while loop. I hope you do build that out and just work out with it. it's not a bad idea. Also, if you're doing it like a computer or a laptop, you get that isometric thing going on, try it out. Be a nerd. It's awesome, and get ripped in the process. But anyways, while, until, and for loops are essential bash scripting things that you're gonna use all the time, they truly do unlock the power of bash scripting and how you can just do things faster, better. And they're simply they're fun. They're really fun. So go crazy with it. In fact, I would love to see your scripts. So if you do something really cool, fun, inventive, or just something dumb that you want to show me, I want to see it. Let me see it. Show me on Twitter, tag me or something, send me your GitHub. I want to see your scripts. And if the push-ups work out, man, send me some after photos. I want to see those guns. Yeah, I would like a ticket to the gun show. So anyways, that's all I have today. Thanks for having some coffee with me and talking about some bash scripting. Oh wait, I almost forgot. Have you hacked the YouTube algorithm today? Let's make sure you do. Hit that like button, notification bell, comment, subscribe. You gotta hack YouTube today. Ethically, of course. And yeah, I've been recording too long, and I'm sore and I'm tired. This one took a lot out of me, so you're welcome. Catch you guys next time.